Hello everyone, it's Angie, and today it's Monday. And you know what that means. It's Manga Monday! Yeah! So, not entirely manga book-wise, but hey-ho, we're going back to the roots of doing fucking chapter reactions, because, well, I want to talk about fucking this month's chapter of Bungo Stray Dogs, because obviously that's why we're here. Why, I know I said I'll do something nice and happy, but well, I'm not going to lie, I finally read fucking No Longer Human, and that's a fucking depressing as fuck book, so I can't really promise a happy thing if I review that. But hey ho, we'll talk about Bungo, because that's even better. Yay! So, we have chapter 96. Obviously, if you have not read up to now, obviously this chapter is going to be full of spoilers. This fucking video. AJ cannot talk today. Oh, Jesus, it's one of those days today. It's just another manic Monday. Oh, God, I wish it was Sunday. Anyway. So, spoiler alert. Here we go. Because so many things happened in this chapter. Like, both funny and like, what the actual fuck? You know, like, so many, like, things that I thought about, like, just got wiped out. Things I knew, well, I thought I knew about Dazai have just been completely rewritten, or they've just decided for this chapter this is how the way things are going to go. But anyway, let's just start at the beginning of the chapter and we'll just kind of move on. That's, I think, the better thing, because I know it's easy just to go straight into what's happened at the end, or like for the majority of the fucking chapter, and not talk about the beginning part. So let's do that instead. So within the chapter we have our two stories once again. Aya at the airport with Bram, and what the fuck is going on at the prison. So we start off with Aya, and she's still running, and basically trying to get away with Bram, and well, our soul is just like, well, I fucking need him because I can't get caught for the fact that I'm trying to, like, ruin the place, so let's just use all the vampires that are already in the airport to try and hunt everyone down. Yay! So, because he has no idea, right? But the fact that, well, first, she's a little girl. He just thinks it's just a normal person, right? Like an adult. So he's just like, oh yeah, go find the person who's nicked Bram and fucking kill them. And it's like, okay, so we have a little girl. It's like, who's just taking the piss out of you at this point, but hey. Even though, like, in the chapter, she's like, I'm not an ability user or anything like that. What if she doesn't realise she does have an ability and it either A, hasn't awoken properly yet, or it's like a very, like, subconscious kind of ability? You know? I think it'd be quite nice if she did, but then also it would be nice if she didn't. Because it would be nice to show that you can still make a change without having an ability within this world. Because generally most of the players have an ability to a degree. Like, there's very few people that actually make an impact that don't have a proper ability. Like, obviously Rampo is, like, key example. Even though if we can be like, oh, well, actually, ultra deduction is kind of like an ability. Because in ways, he just has a super fucking natural brain, so it's kind of like that. And from knowledge-wise, Gin does not have an ability. She's just a fucking class-ass assassin. So, but nearly most key players do not have, like, all have an ability. So the fact that she is this little lassie with no ability just fucking nicking a vampire who's, like, on the cusp of, like, bringing, like, destruction to the world, basically for, like, world domination. And it's just like, yeah, did it in my own back. What you gonna do? Oh. So then we go back to the prison and they're getting, like, their whole game sorted out. But it's told through the perspective of Sigma, which is fucking fantastic. Like, he's literally just watching these three fucking maniacs just conversing together, and he's just like, what the fuck am I doing here? And he literally just says, like, I'm the most normal person here, despite the fact that I realise that I'm only like 3 years old because I was created through a fucking book. And yet he's the most normal person in the room. No fucking wonder, because now we go into this whole fucking game that Nikolai's came up with. And not only is it just a prison escape. Oh, no. There has to be, like, high stakes in it, right? So, you have to get out within 30 minutes, or else you'll die, because, oh, by the way, I'm going to, make you inject poison into your body. Just like, yes, you offer Dazai a way to die. Yes, that's the way to do it. And these absolute fuckers, man, both Fyodor and Dazai, just fucking buzzing at the thought that one of them can die in 30 minutes because of this fucking poison. Because of course, there's only one antidote in the whole fucking world for this fucking thing. Of course there is. Like, why wouldn't it? So, then it gets us to the part for why I wanted to do this video, right? Why I wanted to talk about this fucking chapter. So, you see the moment of them injecting themselves with the poison, right? You see Dazai's arm, right? He fucking rolls up his fucking arm, right? The bandages only go up partially. You literally see fucking skin. Like, I was under the impression, right, that the bandages were a whole fucking torso thing, right? And I'm sure, I'll need to double check this, but I'm pretty sure there's like, you know, there's like audio kind of drama CD things, and there's one where the ADA go for like hot springs, right? I think there's also one with the Port Mafia go as well, but I'm pretty sure they talk about the fact that Dazai is covered from bandages head to toe, because it was like, oh, it's nice that we're going to this, because like seeing us all completely naked is like a whole kind of purity thing, and like exposing ourselves or something like that. Some kind of bull like that. But then they make a point of the fact that, well, you're wrapped up in bandages from head to toe. Like, you're not exactly exposing yourself. But yeah, so, is this how it normally is? Like, does he only have a little bit? Which would make sense, because frankly, I do not see Dazai getting up every single morning to change his bandages and do a full fucking torso every single fucking day. So, with that, the game begins, essentially. Even though it's not really explained the rules properly, this was what makes it worse, right? These fucking, well, I say fucking idiots, well, they actually kind of are. They're both like the brightest people in the world, but they're also fucking idiots at the same time. Like, Nikolai hadn't even explained, like, how to do it or anything like that, or like what they're facing. They've just went, oh, yes, poison, inject now. And it's like, he still needs to explain the fucking rules. But anyway, so we flip back to the airport briefly just to see how Aya's getting on, and well, with a lockdown now basically happened, Aya's just trying to figure out how the fuck can she get Bram out, whilst also having a little mini moment of, I am not good for anything because my dad's an absolute fucking dick. Yeah, a wee bit dark there, but yeah, she's got some issues and it's a kind of a shame. But it's really bad to say that this is coming up for like the silliest moment within the chapter. When it's like kind of hard and heavy as it gets with the Aya scenes, but yeah. So Aya asks him for help, being like, hey, can you help me out with this? Because obviously they're all vampires because of you, so you could kind of tell them to, you know, show off kind of thing, you know? And he goes, well, no, because you kidnapped me. Why would I want to help somebody that kidnapped me? And it's like, well, somebody else kidnapped you and you've done shit, so where's the difference? But, and, well, he says, well, in his defense, there's a sword up his body. So Aya decides, I'm going to take the sword out. Oh, this lassie, like, just goes for it. Like, she just tries. He's like, stop what you're doing. That's actually inside my fucking brain, so please don't do that. It hurts. But, like, she's like, right, I'm just trying to help. I'm just trying to make sure this is all better and whatnot. And he's like, surely there's a way that I can help you, or we can make a deal kind of thing. Like, I just want to do something for the, like, right side of justice. And he's like, well, there's something that you can get me. And it's just so silly. It was just like, yes, you can get me this thing called a radio. And I was like, a radio? It's literally the panel of just her face, just like, what? It's like, yes, a radio. And it's like, I think my dad has one of them. And he's like, yes, I just want to listen to the tunes. He just wants to listen to music, and he's like eternal slumber. But obviously he's not realising, obviously, there's a digital age of music. So Aya goes like, well, I can't get you a radio, but I can give you the next best thing. Gets her phone, plugs in earplugs, like earphones, and then just plays music for it. It's like, look at all these different channels. There's like, you can select all this different kinds of music, and Bram's literally just having the best fucking time of his life. It's so funny. And there's just this tiny little panel of Bram in space because his mind's been blown that much over like a fucking like iPod. I honestly love that little panel so much. It's just so good. And he's just like, are my gods? Such a like, you've seen God. So now we're back at the prison with the fucking psychos with their death game and being like, oh, who's going to die in 30 minutes? It's like, well, neither of yous, because this is fucking Bungo. Both of yous are going to live somehow, but we need the drama. Like, I will be honestly surprised if any of them die. Like, see if Dazai or Fyodor dies in this, I would be so surprised. Like, they just don't seem to die. One just possesses death, and one doesn't seem to die no matter how many times he tries to kill himself. So, there is that. So finally, Nikolai is explaining, hey, so we're in like multiple layers of this prison, right? So we're now on the second bottom layer, because yous were in the bottom layer of like this magical space of like what keeps all the special dangerous ability users. So now you're on the next floor up, and well, you basically have to make your way through the floors, kind of like a big ass boss battle within a game, hence why it's a game. And there's multiple ways of how to do it. You need like fingerprints and like scanners, and there's like, well, you can go this way or you can go that way. You need this to do this and that to do this. You're like, you need to go get your items and shit. Oh, there's no simple just getting out. Well, according to the rules. And it's like, oh yes, there's also passwords, and if you get the password wrong, like, you'll be locked in, and then they will drown you in this special kind of water that's like slightly thick, so then you can't swim, so then you'll drown. Yay! There's like multiple ways for you to die. But don't worry, it's not easy in the slightest, and you'll have a blast. That's essentially what it's like. Nikolai's explained all this thinking, oh, yous are shitting yourselves, like, yous don't know how you're going to manage this, like, you don't know if you're going to live and whatnot, and it's like, oh, you want to cry and whatnot, and then it's just like a panel of the two of them just like fucking glistening with pure ecstasy about this situation. And Sigma's honestly like, these two are imagining each other like drowning to death, like peacefully, like delightfully, like they're just so happy at the thought of the other person dying. Sigma once again realising he's the most normal person in that room. Oh, those fucking fuckers, man, just so happy with death. Like, I hate them so much because I'm just like, yes. I'm all for it and I hate them for it. Why? And then Nikolai's just like, oh, hey, by the way, I've got some good news for you, because he's been like, oh, this is bad, this is terrible and whatnot. He's like, there's a nice fun side to it, don't worry guys. Here is 4 items that you can pick that will be needed for your game. And it's like, you can pick one. So it's like, fine. That's quite easy to do. So there's a walkie-talkie, there's a security card, like pass kind of thing. There's exploding coins, which is apparently what Nikolai used to get in and whatnot. And then there's a satellite phone. So once they get to like near the top or something like that, they can phone up and try and get help. Yay! And they're like, right, they're pondering and whatnot. And it's like, Fyodor gets to go first because obviously it's Nikolai. Nikolai wants Fyodor to go first because he loves him but also wants to kill him. So, also, technically he's meant to be on Fyodor's team, so obviously he gets first dibs. So he takes the security card. And then it's like, alright, okay, that's fine, you need that to get into X, Y, and Z, so it kind of works. Like, it's a solid choice. And then Dazai's turn. He gets to pick. And he's going like, oh yeah, I'm picking that. Straight at Sigma. This man just going, boom, we're having you. I am not having any of the items on the table. I'm having you. And the thing is, right, Nikolai just goes, you know what? Fuck it. Go for it. And that is how the chapter ends. And literally, it's just the fucking best. Like, Sigma's literally, the last panel is like, what the actual fuck is going on here? Oh, God, I fucking love this series. But the thing is, right, I think Dazai's made a fucking amazing choice because Sigma remembers everything. His memory is, like, amazing. So if Dazai can get as much information out of him, right, they can just casually converse, right? But remember, he can send signals with his heartbeat to Ango. So, like, literally, Ango can get this whole transcribed from Dazai from information he's getting from Sigma, which could then help them. It's just, oh, it's so, like, I don't know if I'm overthinking this at that point, but I feel like that's where he's getting at, like, because he could just use his thoughts and what he knows. So Sigma's an actual fucking amazing like asset in this case. But oh, I'm so excited for this prison game. And I still want fucking Chuya to appear. I still want Chuya to appear. I hope he is going to appear. Because if he's the one that's just knocking out all the guards, because remember, because Nikolai was like, oh, you have all these like armed guards and whatnot, right? But we've seen the lone person kicking the fuck out of all of the guards. So clearly it wasn't them because they were using exploding coins. So I don't imagine they were using that to get the guards to the degree that it was shown in the previous chapters. So plus it only showed one person. Like, so where the fuck was Sigma? You know? Ooh, oh, just fucking love this series, man. Can you tell? Ah, God, this chapter. God, I cannot wait for the new year. Literally, it's gonna be literally just after New Year, and it's like, right, what's happening? And I bet you, now that I've got that decided, we're not going to fucking focus on the prison. I bet you that's what's going to happen. The next chapter isn't going to have any prison scenes. Fuck. Oh well. So that's another Manga Monday. The way, obviously. Damn. I just had to talk about this chapter. Like, you know why I had to talk about this chapter. Jesus. I'm probably going to do this every month now, am I? Fuck. It's just so good, this fucking arc. Oh, anyway. So yeah, let me know what you think. What you think is going to happen? Do you think someone's going to die after the 30 minutes? I don't think anyone will, given who they are, but who knows? But yeah, so let me know what your thoughts down below. Do you know what? This helps fill the void, because obviously by now I was meant to have Volume 2 of Beast. Obviously my copy has been delayed. What a shock. What a shock. Still raging, by the way. Yeah. So we'll actually see if I actually get other Bungo stuff this month, because fuck knows if I'm actually going to get Beast or the light novel. So so this is the Bungo content for December, unless something else happens, but hey ho. Anyway, until next time, I'm AJ, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.